Hey everyone, welcome. It is Stephanie Smith and Libby Magliolo here talking with you about all things job search, job acquiring, interview prep, all the things. So today we are talking about prepping for questions, specifically the question, what is your greatest strength? Which is one that comes up a lot of the time, and I think is one that a lot of people fear or are concerned about how best to answer, because you don't want to, come off sounding, too boastful, but you also don't want to sell yourself short. So how do you walk that line? That's the question. So my personal take on what's your greatest strength is you want to think about this once again. I always go back to that job description. Like, what is it that these people are looking for to fill this position? What is going to be most needed and most required to be successful in this role? And can you demonstrate it? So, you think about, okay, so this is the most important thing. Maybe it is, being, a self-starter. Like, I need someone that can take a ball and run with it. Then, maybe that's your greatest strength, but it has to actually be one of your strengths, for one thing. You can't say like, I'm an extrovert if you're an introvert. It has to be true and honest. And then you also need to back it up with some credibility. So I'm a self-starter. In my last position, I came in, the person before me had not been, taking care of X, Y, and Z. I identified these needs. I went to leadership. I said, these are the things that I'm doing. These are the things that I'd like to do. And I got the ball rolling and I did it, and that's it. Like a short and sweet, like, I did it before, I can do it again for you. And you're bringing evidence, and that's the important thing. So short and sweet, self-aware, focused on the job description that you're going for, and with some evidence to support it. And that's in my opinion how you nail this question. Libby, what do you think? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, agree that this is a really common one that comes up, and they are testing for everything you just mentioned: demonstrated track record of success, self-awareness. Do your past strengths match up to what they're looking for in the job description, and in that role? Going too boastful is definitely one of the common pitfalls here. The way I combat this is being as factual as possible. So instead of saying, everyone thought this was amazing and brilliant, and I never stopped getting compliments, instead say, I instituted a new process and it lowered, staffing costs by 15%. Very factual, but still shows a major impact. So stick to factual, and you'll stay away from that common pitfall of sounding too boastful. It's just you stating the facts of, here was the situation, here were the actions that I took, and here was the result. Kind of that STAR format: situation, task, action, result. As with anything here, you're going to benefit yourself by telling some kind of a story. It makes it real. It makes it tangible. But this is certainly one that is likely to come up. This question might take a couple of forms. It might be, tell me about a success at your last role, or tell me about a time you succeeded, or even, why are you the perfect candidate for this role? These are all kind of asking the same thing. And they're asking for you to reflect on your track record of success in a previous role, and then show that you're going to bring that same line of thinking, and you're going to bring that same bias for action and kind of that same success into your next role. So look for this in a couple of different ways. But if you've done good interview prep in, coming up with those STAR formats, coming up with those scenarios and stories and your STAR formats and everything, you'll be well prepared for this question. So same advice goes as with the other questions that we've talked about. You want to write out an outline, you want to have a story, you want to keep it factual. You don't want to talk too long, and you want to make sure that, you bring some self-awareness to that, keep things on the shorter side, and let your interviewer delve in if they'd like to, poke holes and if they'd like to learn more about any particular part of your answer. So same advice goes. It seems like a scary question, but treat it just like you would any other question, and you'll be in good shape. So hopefully that's helpful as you start prepping and thinking about how to answer this question in your next interview. So thanks for coming along with us. Please keep tuning in. We're going to keep chatting about interviews and all things job search process and all that. So thanks for joining us today. We'll see you later. Bye, everybody.
Bye.